has actually stopped. Okay, it's on that. Sorry. All right. Well, it seems to be working. Okay. I wonder if this will work now. It's not going to work. Okay. Well, not everything works every time. Just kind of one of the exciting things. All right. So we're back. And we're working on this wonderful piece of art, which is Swat Cat's fan art piece. Got T-Bone and Razor, and then you've got the small, I think it's Thundercat. That's the name of the jet. Anyway, super fun. We're got a rough sketch kind of blocked out there. So I think now we're gonna try and kind of line this stuff up. What is that one? Oh, it's the jet. Okay, so do that, and we can hide these guys for now because I don't really need them. And let's see. Whatever. Yeah. So let's get some coffee. Okay. So let's see. Stop. Super annoying. Okay, so we knocked back those layers, and let's see. So this, yeah, that's that one. Okay, so let's see. I guess I want. Yeah, I'll do this for now. Because we're not going to be into the actual line art just yet. I don't think we're going to work more on like getting to that point, but we're not there yet. So yeah. So let's see, I think, yeah, let's make him a touch wider. Because she's a big dude. Just kind of... I should probably swap out that eraser. I'm not going to put these in right now. Yeah, so for my eraser, let's just make the erase. I'm on the eraser, so... Oh, right, because I'm... Brush, there we go. Oh, that's not the... Jeez, what am I doing? There we go. Okie dokie. And so, for those just joining me, I'm working on a SWAT Cats fan art piece. And quick little fun tidbit, I'm doing a tablet giveaway on, you can find the information on my Twitter or my Instagram. There's a link in my bio on my Instagram, and then you could find the tweet on my Twitter. Y'all. Okay, there we go. So, if you want to win a tablet and you live in the United States, you should check that out. Okay. Okay. He has a small neck, so we'll put in that little neck. No. I want its arms to be pretty big because, again, he's like the muscle dude, so I've got to keep that in mind. That's why I kind of brought his frame out a little bit farther on this side. Let's see. So that arm is going to have to change up a little bit. Sometimes Photoshop just likes to play with my opacity on my brushes. That's fun, because I'm not using my ink brush yet. I mean, it kind of looks like it a little bit, but I'm not. Let's see. Okay, so let's just ditch that real quick, and let's do something right there. So that arm, Lord, is going to come. It's really starting to bug me. Okay, there. So let's erase this right now. I'm going to switch up how this arm looks. Oh, yeah, don't come up that. Okay, so ditch that. I'm gonna leave that body line in for right now because I'm not sure I like that exact setup just yet. Actually, pretty sure I don't, but you know. Yeah, I like it a little bit higher up, so I think I want it. Let's do It's like it just doesn't care. Sometimes I really, really, really hate how like intensive Photoshop is. Like how taxing it can be on my system while I'm streaming. It's not easy for a computer, for sure. Okay, so we've got a little bit more of that going on. So let's see, we've got something like that. Got a little bit of an elbow. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Sometimes Photoshop, sometimes. Okay. Right, that's part of the charm. Yes. That's one of the reasons I still really sculpt my lines in this program, for sure. One thing I really want at some point is a animation cell from this cartoon. That would be like one of the happiest days of my life if I ever actually found one that I could buy and afford. I think they're actually like, I think they're pretty expensive because there are none out there. Like, first off, no one knows about this show, pretty much. Like, there's a small number of people who actually know and care, I guess, is the big defining factor there. No one cared. But I own some Street Sharks cells, at least one, and I own at least one Biker Mice from Mars cell. I'd also like to get a cell from Cowboys of Moo Mesa. That would be a fun one. It's another one a lot of people don't know. But those would all be like super awesome to have. I would be so stoked to have one of those. Okay, so we've got his, like, I really like this arm and I like its position. This one we might have to tweak some more. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what that's. Okay, so that's his like outer body. We're just gonna get rid of that for right now. We're gonna commit to like this shape in the arm there, I think. Yeah, that's not bad. I might try a little bit more foreshortened on this one. I need to try and like push this one forward too, though, if I do that. But I really like the way it sits right now, so we'll see what happens there. So then we have, that. Blah. I don't like that at all. Why is it not? Okay, so up and down. Up and down. Almost there. Just kind of do that. And then has that like that right there. But yeah, like one of the coolest things would be like a shot from like a cell from the intro, because the intro is insanely stylized. It's super cool. I would die if I got a like an intro cell from this show. Oh, that'd be so freaking cool. So we got him kind of outlined and set. Yeah. So that's not too bad. I think he's looking pretty good. This arm might change. I really like this arm though. Let's kind of put like that hand goes in front of that arm to give it a little bit more depth there. So let's move over to, okay, so let's actually put them on separate layers. And all right. So yeah, let's see. Cool. So Razor is thinner, and he's a little bit more. Let's do like that. Techy, as opposed to like T-Bone, who's like the muscle, like strong dude. They're both smart, but T-Bone's a little bit more the big dude, obviously. Like if you had to pick a leader, it'd probably be T-Bone. So let's see, his and their necks, like his neck is short and like wide, and his neck is like long and thin. Like he's all very long and thin, and he's very like stout and like built. So that's interesting design notes on that. Like you definitely know in this cartoon who is meant to do what for sure. So let's just put, like, I'm gonna bring his arm out a little bit, and we're probably way too bulky on this arm right now. I say maybe, but I'm way too bulky on this arm. The interesting thing I found from looking at some of the like reference images and stuff is their hands, like even though their bodies are totally different, their hands are like the same size, which is interesting. Interesting little note. So yeah, I think I need to shrink that arm a little bit, thin it up, but I do want it to break that body silhouette at the same time. So we're gonna have to come back on that one. Okay. So got that. And another thing to have to kind of keep in mind is like they're gonna have fur, so it's gonna be like a little different. They're gonna have fur, so like this right now doesn't look like it has fur on it, and I don't know how I'm gonna really tackle that one as far as like making them furry, because they weren't super like furry as far as like making it look like they're furry, but they definitely had fur, and you could tell that from, yeah, I don't know, it's one of those weird things where we'll work on it, we'll figure it out. Okay, so we've got his leg kind of going in behind, and whoop, nope, messed that one up. There we go, that's a little better. No, no, no. Okay, so we're gonna start in here. Nope. Ugh. Okay. And they have that same little boop, like two little spikes for that fur on the tail kind of thing to indicate that it's not just a straight line. I don't know, not just skin, I guess. It's kind of the idea. Okay, so for this arm, need to, let's see, let's bring it like this way. So I still want it to break the silhouette, but I don't want it to be as thick and strong as it was. So there's a quick little way to, okay, so let's do that. Bring this in, break that. Again, working on SWAT cats. Fan art piece. Right now I'm kind of tightening my sketch before I move into like line art on this. And I have a giveaway going for a tablet on my Instagram and my Twitter if you are interested in something like that. If you're from the United States, yeah, so fun. If you want to do that, feel free. My stuff is listed down at the bottom, down there. I think we're looking better on this. So we've got, they're ready to like fight some guys, looks like. Need that to come across. There we go. Knock that back. Something kind of like that. All right, so looking better. I haven't started to put any of the details in on these. Because they have like a whole suit harness, they have helmets, the whole thing they have. And then that jet, I do need the image of the jet to kind of get an idea. I really wish that thing would not pop up, but it does, so what are you gonna do? Ooh. Sometimes Photoshop just doesn't want to cooperate when it comes to like the size of everything and whatnot, and it can be frustrating when it goes just 100% out of nowhere for no apparent reason, like this over and over again. Oh, come on, there. And okay. Yeah. There we go. I really don't understand why it just, like, I understand why, but at the same time I really wish it didn't do this so frequently. I do have a lot of stuff running, so I get why it's doing it, but there's not a whole lot I can do about that. And I do appreciate when it doesn't do it, because sometimes it doesn't do it. Other times it does it a lot. Like right now, it's not doing it, and I'm very happy about that. And this actually has three of these thrusters? Thrusters. I think they're thrusters. Yeah, thrusters. That's 3 thrusters. That's pretty. That one was kind of hidden from me last time. Wasn't paying enough attention when I was sketching. Come on, man. Okay, so we've got nope. Nope. All right. And I will definitely adjust some of this later. I might even like do the jet itself without any lines in the final piece. I might just kind of like push it back that way to where it's just kind of there in the background. It's not calling too much attention to itself. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. Okay, so that's a tighter little rough sketch of the jet. No. No. Okay, so I think that's pretty much. And now I can hit the outs. I don't care. Just blast the outside of this real quick with these heavy, thick lines, something like that. Looks kind of cool. All right, so we've got the jet kind of and everything kind of lined out. Kind of figure out the face now, I guess. Faces. I don't know if they're actually going to have faces on this. Okay, they do kind of have faces. Let's see. Nope, I want. Don't want that. There we go. I need this to have the. Why is that not working? Okay, there. So I need to bump this up so I can kind of see. Alright, so let's make this. Okay, so you can kind of see his bandana. That's interesting. I wasn't thinking about the bandana. And they have the typical 4-finger thing going on, which, no. Oh, come on. Now my Photoshop is lagging on me. Are you done? You're done. Okay. So, okay, real quick, I just want to put in a layer there. Now I want the shape tool here. It's just blast that. Just throw that white behind, so I block that. Whoop, cancel. Alright, so we've got that to hide the other stuff that I don't want to see behind him. Kind of distracting. see. So, okay, we need to bring. Whoop, I need to switch that. There we go. So I need to bring his mouth down like that. Because I could still see the other thing. That makes sense. Okay, so we've got this is going to be coming down and in over the nose. So I need to make his head a little bit bigger. The top of his head at least needs to be taller. Okay, why wasn't it? There we go. I don't know why that wasn't working a second ago. That was weird. So yeah, it makes sense. He's wearing a helmet, so okay, and the ears come out the side of the helmet like that. And let's see, we've got a little V on the helmet. And he's got like the classic white eye thing going. Man, that looks so bad though. We need to adjust that. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work at all. No, 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 no. I need to work at a different size for that. I don't know what's going on there, but that's not it. I don't. What is that? Where is that line? Why is that line on T-bones? Okay. Okay. So let's jump back over here. Really wish it would stop going 100% all the time. That would be a helpful thing. But what do I know? Put in that little line. Of course it does it now. Okay, so got that. Oh, this is really killing me right now. I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. His head is so small. I don't like that their arms are doing the same thing. We're gonna have to fix that. Anyway. I guess I could let's just shrink the pen up and kill this real quick. Again, this is just it's tightening up a smaller drawing. Tightening up another sketch, so it's not the end of the world if it's not doing what I want it to, because it's just a tighter sketch version, but some things should be fixed as early as possible so I know where I have them, and I'm not worried about certain things. Okay, so let's put that helmet there. Okay. Sometimes Photoshop, sometimes I don't know what to do. Okay, we got the triangle in there. Here. Okay, so his other ear doesn't have to look like it's coming out of the right spot there. But that ear does. Okay. So, okay, and then, man, that mouth. It's got that crazy mouth thing going on. Where it actually, it's coming out there. Okay. Actually, I would be doing that more on that side since he's doing, there we go. Okay, let's drop this. That's such a, like, it seems like it's really simple thing to do, but for some reason that mouth is not easy to like replicate. And I'm not trying to just copy things, but I want it to feel like the character. That is murdering me. That face, man. I don't even know. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna step away from that one, and let's just move over to T-bone instead. So we can actually hide the rectangle now. Let's hide that jet. Where's the... No. Oh, that's the under jet. I need the upper jet too. There we go. Okay. Bye, Razor. I don't want you. Okay, so we got T-bone. It's got a little bit more to work with. Wish that was a bigger picture. A little bit more real estate to work with. We've got the same kind of thing. Can you see his? You might, yeah, I guess you could see his bandana a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna actually put those bandanas in or not, but okay, we're gonna bring that helmet there. And bring it back that way. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so our helmet is going to be like right there. Sight dip. I got this triangle. And his eyes are like the typical like Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing where they go white when they have their whole thing going on. Like both these dudes look like goofballs when they don't have their SWAT cats helmets on. And that's like part of the charm. Let's see. got a little bit of something like that. There we go. I'm really gonna have to figure out their mouths. Their mouths are gonna be like what kills me in this, because like I can't see that from here in this version. It's too small, and I don't think that's gonna get any better if I bump the size up. Let's see. I doubt it. Let's do that. Slightly. Oh, cancel. Okay, yes, I know. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going on right there. That's a little weird. Hard to tell. Because there's like this whole drop, I don't know. For now, just throw that there. I will focus on that when I get there, and that's not going to be for a bit. So, okay, so let's jump back over to Razor for whatever reason. Dude is killing me. Okay, so oh gosh almighty. Okay, let's lasso two of this. And delete that, because that is just god awful. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, so the problem I started too small. I need a larger, so it needs to be like there somewhere, and then okay, and that, I think that's the other problem I made, the mistake I made, was his cheeks need to come from his face, not just like start off in the middle of nowhere. That would probably be a helpful thing. Nope, don't want that. Thank you. Okay, so then now I kind of have a understanding, at least a little one, of how his face should look. So that should be a step in the right direction. So, okay, so we've got this kind of thing going on. His face is turned a little bit to his right. So it's going to be like this kind of way a little bit. And again, we're gonna put his like nose in. Let's do it this. Do it kind of like all right, getting a little bit frustrated with Photoshop right now. Normally it's not this bad. It is being there. No, 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 no. Something kind of like that there. At least we got kind of what I wanted going. All right. So 100% opacity is not my friend. Take a second. All right, so nose and whatnot. So the other thing is we actually kind of want that a little bit more abrupt. See, it chooses when it wants to do what I want it to and when it doesn't want to do what I want it to. Like, come on. Just work with me, Photoshop. A little bit. A little bit. Okay, so a little bit more like that, where it starts. Yep. Nope. 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 Okay, that's good enough right now. So I'm gonna have, yeah, it drops down kind of like that. The bridge, okay, let's bridge that a little bit. So yes, we're getting somewhere. All right, so got this kind of, it's gonna come down at like an angle. All right, okay, and I'm finally getting like that feeling, okay, that I'm looking for from this, and it's kind of exciting. I need that to, yeah, not be that. All right, yeah, there we go. Knock that back a little bit, and plus that. That's too much. Okay, so let's, yeah, we're just gonna push this that way a little bit, and no. Good Lord. Shut. Wow. No. It's not asking too much. It's really not. I don't think it is. Good Lord, whatever. For whatever reason, Photoshop is just not cooperating with me. Okay, so let's push that one. We're gonna push this lip down to kind of match it a little bit better, what I'm trying to look for. And yeah, this, there. Nope. Blah, 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 blah. Nope. Photoshop is just so much nicer when you're not trying to stream things at the same time as drawing. Okay, so I've gotten a much better version of his face in there. Again, this is our rough sketch type stuff, so I'm much happier now. Okay, so let's do, got that. We're going to, and his eyes are going to be at this angle, so we're going to do this, something like that, and we're going to bring that back. Oh, no, thank you though. No, whatever. Okay, something kind of like that. Okay, there, we're getting closer to what I'm looking for. No. Okay, it's not doing exactly what I'm looking for here, but it's something like that, and we will work on that a little bit more and hopefully make it look a little bit better later. Okay, so now we can get, no. Okay, we've got that, got that. Okay, we're going to do that. Actually, no, let's come out and back. There we go. So then this one is going to stop like right there. Knock that back. And kind of put that like that. Oh, there we go. We are getting a little bit closer to what I'm looking for, and that's good. Okay, so, and we might even bring that down a touch, but I don't think we really can bring it down too much from where it is currently. Let's see, actually, let's knock that back. Okay, so we got that going. And then on this other side, we've got a similar thing, but slightly different. There we go. Okay. Finally getting this somewhere. His face was absolutely killing me on this. And now I've got something I don't hate, so that's nice. Okay, so now we're somewhere. His mouth I need to figure out still. His mouth is not where it should be, but that's fine. It's a work in progress. We're still in like the sketch stage, and it is okay if they are not looking the way they totally should. There we go. Because they will, the farther we get into this, the better it will look. So let's see. Got that hand. Okay, now to address that hand issue. Okay, so where is, yeah. Let's hide that. Let's go hide razor real quick. There we go. And there's that. There's that. Oh wait, no, that's the one. Yeah, so they do have the same like arm thing going on there too. It just wasn't as prevalent or noticeable to me. Okay, so I don't know. Let's see. I think if we just move the arm, yeah, let's just move the arm up like that. Okay, but then we'll have to move the arm out more, which that's fine. Okay, we've got something more like that. Real quick, let's just throw down some white to kind of, okay, let's just throw white down in here and move this up. There we go. Okay, so now up, drop that, push this back down, switch this back. Okay. Okay, so we're doing this. It needs to be a little bit thinner, but we'll get there in a second. Okay, so let's. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. Whoop. No. So what we actually need to do is this. Just paint that away. The white. Drop the X again. Okay. that fist needs to be adjusted. Okay. I think that kind of solves my issues with stuff. Let's just like this. Cause that hand way down there, I don't love that. I don't love that. Okay. Okay, so razor. Now let's ditch. Okay, so let's hide that for right now. Let's ditch this arm. Because I know I don't want that arm. If I didn't know I didn't want, like if I knew or wasn't sure if I wanted the arm, I wouldn't just ditch it like this. But I know I don't like where that's sitting. So that's the reason I'm getting rid of it like this. Okay. Oops. All right, and then drop that back, turn it on. Okay. I want to be on this layer now. Turn that fist up a bit. Something like that. Hide that layer. It'll work. There. Hello, Cactart by Cactusia. Cactusia? How's it going? Sorry, I was a little bit in here. I apologize. Trying to work through this arm here. Oop, no. No. There we go. Let's pull that like that. Okay, let's ditch that real quick and we'll do this little number. I'm good, how are you? Okay. Okay, so we're getting somewhere here. Now, just real quick, let's pop in razor, bring that rectangle back. So suit. Oh, well, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, I don't speak pretty much any other language, so I appreciate that you're trying to watch me. Thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot. Tired. Is it late where you are? Let's see, because it's noon here, so it's still kind of early. I mean, lunchtime ish. Yeah. But I really appreciate you stopping in and seeing what's up. That's awesome. Thank you. And it's always fun when, get people watching who interact. It's a little bit more fun for me, and then, yeah, hopefully it's a little bit better for other people. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to drop the body down. Okay, so yeah, it's obviously there's a significant time difference from here to France or wherever it is you might be in Europe or anywhere else at that matter. Yeah. But again, thank you for stopping in, and I really appreciate anyone stopping in. It's really awesome. So let's see. Thank you. It's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I learned a little bit of Spanish in high school, but my teacher wasn't the best, so like that never really stuck. So that's the only thing. I am an American, yes. Let's see. I'm basically on the farthest away from you I can kind of be in America. As a matter of fact. Okay, so let's see. We need to move his neck and body somehow. He needs. I need the neck to be a little longer. So I need his body to shrink a touch. We're gonna have to figure that one out. So let's actually, we're just gonna duplicate this layer. Yes. Yes. They are, it's a fan art piece of SWAT cats. So let's see. Get rid of all of that. So yeah, it's a show from 1993-ish. And it's a fan art piece of this guy and this guy and their jet. Okay. Yeah. So we're up here. And I don't need T-bone. I just need razor. Okay. And yeah, I'm having a little bit of trouble right now because his neck should be a little bit longer. And maybe not necessarily actually, like, because he's kind of tucked in, but I'm gonna attempt to adjust that. Mix that. Let's see. So yeah, we're just gonna pull his head up a touch, and then brush. We'll bring that. So now his neck is kind of where it should be according to the art there. So that makes it a little bit easier for me to get the rest of it going. But the other thing is we have, no, that's not what I want. We could actually delete that one. We need this jet. Okay, so the jet is a little bit too close when I have it that time. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I think it's a pretty good style myself. They fight crime, so it's a team. It's T-Bone is the big one, and then the smaller one is Razor. They are mechanics by day, and then at night they're a crime fighting duo. It's a really cool show. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you watch it now. The episodes are kind of like just all over the place, but I recommend it if you want to see something really cool. The intro to the show is one of the coolest things that, to this day, one of the coolest animation sequences, especially for the time. It was so cool. But yeah. It's a fun fan art piece. So not boxers, but I think the big backstory is they were part of like the crime fighting force in the city, but they were a little too reckless and were fired. So then they became mechanics, and they built their own like jet out of scrap parts from all the wrecks that the normal like police vehicle cats were in. No, I wish. I do not. Interesting. Yeah, no, I don't. I never got into animation myself. I love animation. It's one of my favorite mediums. Animation and comics are just so different to anything else. And they express so much. It's very interesting to me, but I am not an animator at all. I have done some like sprite animation way back in like high school, but other than that, I am not by any means an animator. But yeah, this is from a 90's cartoon that I... Yes, my tablet has a screen. Yeah. Working on a big screen tablet. So it's a... Yeah. Not your typical graphics tablet. Got it secondhand for a good deal, actually. It was too good of a deal to pass up. I have an old graphics tablet that I have just in case like something goes wrong and all that. But yeah, this one is giant screen tablet, display tablet. Let's see, so we got, and we're working our way down, like kind of figuring out this little suit harness, y'all. And it's got a attachment there. And again, this is just a tighter sketch, so I'm not too worried about stuff at this point looking perfect or anything like that. So I got that. And let's see, yeah, he's got, so that would actually, yeah. I gave him a little bit bigger muscles, I think, than he should have, technically speaking. But, I mean, he could have muscles. He's entitled to muscles. That's his. Like, it's not just for T-Bone. Thank you. I appreciate that. So let's see, we can kind of bunch the fabric there and there after the strap. Just kind of cut that right down there, so it looks a little bit like it. Like in the original, there's not a lot of that kind of thing going on, but for me, I think it looks a little better that way. A little bit more real. Okay, let's drop that back. Got and yeah, we'll worry about some of this other stuff here at a different point in time. Let's see. So like I said, I added a little length to the neck to kind of get a better thing going. Try to enable English sentences. Yeah, no worries. I understand it's not easy to try and just like change up a language, try and speak something that you don't speak or don't normally speak, even using like text. It's difficult. Like you're better than I am at French, better at English I think than I am at French, which is, you know, I don't know any French at all. Trying better, yeah. No worries. It's like anything, it just takes time and practice. So yeah, that's what we had just a little bit ago, and then I adjusted the neck there and I put the suit on, so it's a little different. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Might bring that suit out a touch right there. Yeah. So, and then we have to give T-Bone here the same treatment. His is a little different because he's a buffer dude. His suit is a lot more, like, a lot tighter, a lot more form-fitted looking. Let's hide that. We don't need razor, and we definitely don't need that razor. There we go. So his, like that top bit, it barely comes up. There we go. So, and he has his like suit is open at the top there. Very cool guy from the 90s, like popped collar kind of look, which is interesting. And he he doesn't have the full sleeves. He has it stopped like right there. There we go. And we can throw that triangle on here for right now. Not a big deal. So let's see, we got this coming down. That one will be kind of hard to see the way his arm is set up, actually. And I need to find some facial expressions for him because, like, I'm not entirely sure what's happening right there. Oh, I'm sure you will do just fine. I'm sure it'll be just fine. You seem to be, like, at least what you're putting in the chat is coherent, which is good. It's impressive, actually. Most of the time, people, even English speakers, can be kind of obnoxious and hard to understand. Okay, and he's got giant gloves too. Okay, that's cool. And of course, they're fingerless gloves. Fingerless gloves, kind of like, not like this, but like this one. I wear a glove too. Okay, so we got fingerless gloves that kind of go way up on his hand, which is his arm. Like it goes up to like here on his arm, which is interesting. Might change that up a little bit. Okay, so we've got that one and we've got this one. So, all right, and a lot of these like straps are kind of hidden under his arms, so that's interesting. And even though this is like still it's pretty form fitted because he's such a big dude, gonna like give it that bunch up right there on those, just to kind of show that those are straps that are like cutting into. Yeah. Yeah, emotion is difficult, and especially in art and like with certain characters and stuff, it's a totally different ball game. Especially like if you're doing a fan art piece like this, and I want that character's personality to come through, and I don't want to give it too much of my own. Like, I don't want to change it that much. Like, I want it to look like mine, but I want it to feel the same. And that's kind of a difficult place to like land sometimes, for sure. Yeah, like I respect like the original creators. Like they did such a good job like creating these characters. It's so cool. Like, and I'm been wanting to like do my spin on them for a while, so it's fun. I think it's awesome. And we can, yeah, okay, so it has a strap that kind of comes around too, so we can kind of bring that blip, 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 kind of like that. See, just like that little bit, like it kind of informs you that something is pulling that tighter than the rest of it, which I like. Kind of keeps you in that same spot. Let's see. Just kind of, yeah. Right now, this is a filler mouth. That's not gonna be there later. It's really bad. And hopefully, once I get into color and stuff, this makes a little bit more sense. In this torso area right now, it is kind of just a jumbled mess, unfortunately. We need to put in his little stripes because he has stripes. And let's see, does Razor? Yeah, he does have. So they both have claws on their toes, which I wasn't paying attention to. Nope, don't want to answer that. Thank you. Okay. Hey, no problems. I appreciate you stopping in, and I hope you subscribe and come back. It'd be really nice to chat again sometime. I'm almost done anyway, so I appreciate you stopping in, and I hope you come back and see what's up. I'll be working on this for a while at least. Next couple streams probably won't be done. You had it right the first time, man. It's all good. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in. And I hope you come back. And feel free to tell your friends and family. I'm here Mondays and Thursdays. Yeah, Mondays and Thursdays. And you can find all my information like down there. Okay, so let's see where we're at right now. I don't know if I want to. I might just like I don't want to shrink his torso. I don't know. We'll see. Bye. See ya. I don't know. Maybe I should shrink his torso a little bit. Let's do. So what if I, but no, that's not what I meant. I want to, oh, I'm on the wrong layer. I need to be, nope, I need to be on this layer. So let's grab that, no, more. Let's grab that, there we go. Okay, Control G. Let's drop it down. There. That might be what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm done with that now. Apply. Yeah, okay. There we go. Back to the brush, and we have to bring this up a little bit. Again on this side. Okay. That's not the worst. I feel like his legs are too thin though. So I need to like adjust that. But let's see, does that put it, yeah, that puts it at like almost the same height as the old one. So that's a good thing. Let's see. And okay, so this old razor, new razor, yeah, his leg needs to be wider. Like this one's probably fine, but this one needs to be wider. So okay, real quick, let's use lasso tool. Just grab that whole thing and slide it out a touch. That might be enough. Just, yeah, let's put it there. Brush. Okay, so we've got, there we go. All right, so we got that. It goes down there. We got this. Flip, 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 flip. All right, so that's a little bit better. All right. Something like that. Okay. So I don't hate that. I think it's a step in the right direction. we're getting somewhere with this, and that's an exciting thing. Okay, I really want. Yeah, let's put the. Where's the jet? Nope. There you are. Okay, so we put the jet back underneath with that swoosh coming through. I dig that swoosh a lot. I think it's really cool. Kind of pulls you through. Not entirely sure how I'm gonna make that look like that. Like, how am I gonna make that look? Because again, I think I want them to be like the focal point, and I might just like paint that in to the back as opposed to like putting line art in there and all that. Just kind of make it more subdued and back in the back, kind of like in old cell animation. They used to do that. The backgrounds would be painted in, and then like only the characters' important pieces would have outlines, so it would bring it forward towards you. Anyway, it's been a blast, and I hope everyone had a good time, and you come back and see how it's going, because right now it's a little rough. I mean, it's a lot rough, but it's a slightly cleaned up version of this. We just boop, boop. So like that looked kind of cool, but now we've got some like structure in there going, so that's exciting. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at right now. I was not happy earlier. I was very frustrated with Razor's face. Razor's face was killing me earlier, and that was not cool. Yeah. Thank you for stopping in. And again, if you live in the United States, I have a giveaway going on my Instagram/Twitter. You can find the information there for a graphics tablet. So if you are in the US and you're an artist and you would like a free graphics tablet, look at that. And all the information is right down there. So yeah, Instagram, my Twitter, my YouTube, and my Facebook page. All of those should have somewhere in there a post with it, except for the YouTube. That's not gonna have a post for it, but the Instagram, the Twitter definitely have posts. The link is in my bio on my Instagram, and then I have a link on my Twitter. I tweeted a link and all that on there. So thank you for stopping in. I appreciate everyone stopping in and seeing what's up. Hey, how's it going, Tino Slim? Tino? Let's just go with Tino. I am actually just wrapping up. And I appreciate you stopping in. This is what I've been working on. I will be working on this next time, which is I'll be on Monday. Yeah, SWAT Cats. Totally. I'm glad you know that. It's awesome. I love that show. Yeah, so this is what I've been working on. Kind of got a tighter sketch going now. Next time we'll try to get to the line art. All of the line art done. I might have to mess with a little bit more stuff, but I think it's looking pretty good so far. And if you're an artist and you live in the US, I am currently doing a giveaway for a graphics tablet. So yeah, if you are an artist and you live in the US, you could win a graphics tablet if you check out my my Instagram and all of that stuff. You can find that information. And I appreciate everyone stopping in. I stream from roughly like 11 a.m. my time to about 12. Oh, nice. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. You could see all of my past art stuff that I've done. I post my works in progress on there and all that. So Definitely check all that stuff out. Tell your friends if they like art. I'm here Mondays and Thursdays, 11 to around 12, 12:30ish. Depends on the day. Depends on what's going on. Anyway, thank you all for stopping in, and I really appreciate everyone checking it out, seeing what's up, and I will see you guys on Monday next time. Later.